I might have an idea for today's intro. Now we can't do that. That would be completely unoriginal and just not my idea. We can't just steal ideas. We are currently observing a PvP chat. This species has, beside its extraordinary skills in the PvP section, a lack of gearfare, a common sense of the usual species. But this one is different, as the difference between real life and Rust is unknown to this race of Rust player. His average time spent on wipe day starts at 20 hours. That's only possible if his mum, in whose basement he's located in, allows so. A massive con of the creature is the huge fear of touching grass, and he most certainly has no bitches. Although mostly feared, some people forget how important these species are for the environment, because who else should take down all of the clans? So I know that most people, including me, don't have all too much time to spend on Rust, because sadly there's this unnecessary stuff like school or work. So yeah, I haven't got too much time to have Rust as your full-time job, but you still want to play the game and want to have a chill time, which in my opinion is still great, even if you only have 1 or 2 hours a day to play Rust. But what usually happens is that you get raided, because that ain't a lot of time to build a strong base. And of course, in today's video, I have a solution for all of you. A base that is cheap to build, with the upkeep being only 1k stone and 200 metal, so this base is perfect for the casual players out there. It has plenty of box storage and a full-on, but very simple bunker, so it's pretty strong too. So without wasting too much of your precious time, I'd say we get straight to the build tutorial. And if you stay until the very end, then I might as well share a few secret tips about the base. So stay until the very end and enjoy. So for the start, we're gonna be looking for a spot for the foundation to place it pretty low to the ground, because that way it's harder to recognize that there's a bunker. Now moving on, we're going to be placing 1 low triangle foundation and 2 high triangle foundations. These will later be important for the bunker mechanism, and these also have to be sealed off into honeycomb, but it'll make more sense later. Now place 1 twig half wall and another one on top, then destroy the bottom one and upgrade the top one. This is also for the bunker to work. Now moving on, we're gonna just be placing a normal jump up, so 2 walls, 1 triangle roof, and of course a door, preferably a garage door, but this base also works perfectly fine with double doors. Now we're gonna go ahead and add a layer of honeycomb all around the base. This not only makes the base stronger, but it also expands the footprint a bit, and that allows us to add a proper airlock later. Now we'll go ahead and expand the base by another 1 by 1. Now go ahead and place 2 half walls here. This has to be of course done before you place the full wall, but this can be a shelf later. Now as promised, sealing the bunker is very simple. Just add a twig half wall with an upgraded triangle roof on top, and after destroying the twig half wall, your bunker opens up. Now add a ladder over here, and this ladder actually doesn't affect the way of sealing the bunker, because it can literally just build on top of it, so that's cool. Now for the next step, you're just gonna want to add an airlock. This can be done with one side being a window or a shop front for some more visibility. Now I'd say we move on with the placement in your core. You can place quite some stuff in here, and it's very important to have your sleeping bag inside of your core and not on top, because otherwise you cannot open the bunker after sealing it. So place a sleeping bag, and you can also add 2 large boxes, 1 small one, and even a campfire. Now over here is your space for a workbench with a small box beneath it and a total of 3 furnaces, and if you want to you can even add another large box in front of your door. Just make sure that you can still enter to your core up and down without any problems. And now on the shelf you can place another large and a small box if the storage that is already in the base isn't enough for you. Now your base is actually pretty complete. It's of course important to add a jump up, and I recommend making it wood so that people who want to piss you off can't just easily destroy it. And now, if you have the blueprint, or if you are lucky enough to find an auto turret in a military crate, then make sure to follow the next step, because you can actually replace these 2 boxes on the shelf with a turret, and this is a very great spot, and not many raiders would suggest that. Just pair it up with a small battery on your workbench, which is easily enough to power it, and of course a solar panel on the roof. And now you will probably win most of your raid defenses, because that's such an unexpected spot of the turret that most raiders get caught off guard. And now note that this base really doesn't have to be your main. This can also just be a small base as a farming outpost in the snow, because obviously the nodes are way better there, or maybe it's just a base in a high intense PvP area for a solo's hideout to get some fun with the PvP and also have a decent base there as a second base. And now this base is not at the final stage. I can see a pretty sick way to expand it. So if you want to see an expansion of this base design, then make sure to let me know in the comments, because I think that you can make something pretty cool out of it. And at the end of this video, I would of course ask you kindly to subscribe to this channel, but I also appreciate all of the support that you guys have been giving me lately. But without wasting any more of your precious time, I'd say see you next time.